DeSo, the layer 1 blockchain that's tailor-made for decentralized social media, is set to dominate in 2024. And a big reason why is because they're about to launch a new SocialFi app called Focus with a massive airdrop that I know a bunch of y'all are gonna like. But that's just one of my reasons, and in this sponsored video, I have 9 more reasons to share with you. So whether you're an airdrop hunter, regular investor, or someone who's interested in decentralized social media, then this video is for you. Let's get started with reason number 1. DeSo is in a super hot and trending sector. We all know that in crypto, the sector you're in is super crucial. Like a bad project in a hot sector performs way better than a great project in a boring sector. Well, DeSo has the best of both worlds because it's a great project in a great sector. So its sector is called SocialFi, which essentially combines social plus finance. This sector has been around for a few years already, so it's not new per se. But the SocialFi trend really took off when FriendTech launched late last year. Since then, there's been a wave of projects launching in this sector, but more broadly speaking, I like this sector because it's tackling a hard yet important problem. By now, we know all the problems plaguing today's social media platforms. They're dominated by huge corporations, they're full of censorship, and the creators on there aren't treated fairly. Now, I don't want to rehash all those issues today, but the exciting part is that Web3 projects in the SocialFi space are looking to fix those issues with DeSo leading the way. Next, we have reason number 2, DeSo's best-in-class technology. Keep in mind that DeSo is a blockchain focused on social media applications, which means that on-chain storage is a super important part of what they do. Because things like social apps and marketplaces need to store a crap ton of data every time someone leaves a comment or likes a post. That's why DeSo calls themselves an infinite state blockchain, because it can store and index everything super efficiently. But just how good is DeSo at storing data? Well, let's take a look at some of the numbers to put this in perspective. If you want to store a 200-character tweet on chain, it would take thousands of dollars to do so on Ethereum and even on Solana. But on DeSo, you can do that for 1/10,000th of a penny, which is freaking crazy. That makes them 17,000 times cheaper than Solana and 5 million times cheaper than Ethereum. So this is DeSo's 100x advantage, and this is why they are the best chain for SocialFi apps hands down. But you may be thinking, well, aren't those numbers just theoretical? After all, blockchains love to put out marketing material about how fast or cheap they are, but oftentimes those numbers are just from their testing environments. Well, that's not the case here, because check this out. This person has done over 900,000 transactions on DeSo over the years. But if you look at their total gas fees, it's less than $2. So that's truly insane, and it's why DeSo apps store everything on chain. Your content, your identity, your social graph, because they can. Now, another crucial part of their tech is their new consensus algorithm called Revolution Proof of Stake. I don't want to go too deep here, but just know that it's going to improve their network a lot for validators. And as for us end users, well, it's going to let us stake DeSo for a great APY and with a super short lockup period. It's also going to reduce their time to finality to just 1 second, which means a better user experience for all. Next, we have reason number 3, DeSo's high quality founder and team. So we all know that in crypto, one of the best ways to invest is to bet on the team. Well, for DeSo, they have a great team led by Nader Al-Naji. He's an OG crypto veteran who worked at Basis Protocol and also has experience at Google, D.E. Shaw, and Princeton. So he has great credentials, which is likely why he's been able to raise over $350 million across 2 startups. And with that, he's been able to assemble a team filled with Silicon Valley veterans and other crypto OGs. Next, we have reason number 4, the immense amount of support and resources they have. This is actually because of their top-notch team that I just mentioned, but they've been able to raise $200 million in funding from some of the top VCs in the world, like Sequoia, A16Z, and Pantera Capital. And while they have spent a lot of that on building their platform, they still have 2,500 BTC and 30 million cash in their treasury, which equates to 22 years of runway. So they for sure will be able to see through their grand vision and don't have to give up prematurely due to a lack of resources. Next, we have reason number 5. There's super impressive adoption so far. Check this out. They have 2.6 million user wallets, 93 million transactions on their blockchain, 5 million total posts on their crypto social media apps, and 5.8 million comments. All these stats you can check out for yourself, by the way, on their block explorer that I'll link you below. But the best part is that the creators who are using their apps are making way more money compared to what they make on other platforms. And that's ultimately what matters if you want this adoption to continue. Next, we have reason number 6, the multitude of products in their ecosystem. So they have all the usual stuff, like a wallet, block explorer, and DEX. But I really want to shine the light on a few products that I consider more special. For example, their fundraising platform Open Fund. That lets groups launch their own DeSo tokens to raise funds from their community. And those tokens become instantly tradable and liquid on the DeSo DEX, which is the first fully on-chain order book exchange with social built in. There's also several existing social apps on their platform, such as Diamond, which is like a decentralized Twitter, and Story app, which is like a decentralized TikTok. And then lastly, they have an encrypted messaging protocol called DeSo Chat Protocol, which is their decentralized Telegram. So as you can see, they have a bunch of products ready to go, and if you're curious, you should definitely go try some of them out. Next, we have reason number 7, the fact that DeSo is extremely builder friendly. So you just saw that they have a lot of ready to use products, but honestly, the DeSo team can only build so much by themselves, right? Which is why they need other teams to come in and build on their platform in order to truly succeed. Well, fortunately, the DeSo team knows that. And that's why they've made it so that devs don't need to know Solidity or smart contracts in order to build on their platform. They've made it friendly to Web 2 developers by supporting the most popular languages such as JavaScript and Python. And then they prepared a bunch of out-of-the-box functionality that developers can tap into so they don't have to build those from scratch. I'm talking things like storage, key management, indexing, content encryption, etc., etc. They literally have all the core functions taken care of, and that means that devs can focus on building their social apps to take advantage of the full power of DeSo. Speaking of that full power, well, that would have to be the fact that all their social apps data is stored on-chain. The reason why this is important is because developers can access all that data to build new applications and new experiences on top of it. Back in the day, Facebook and Twitter had open APIs for devs to access, but alas, they shut those down, so innovation suffered. But that will never happen with a decentralized protocol like DeSo, so that's yet another killer advantage of theirs. Next, we have reason number 8, their new Focus app, which is going to change everything. Now, this is where we get to the airdrop part that I know you've been waiting for, because that comes straight from Focus. But just what the heck is this app anyways? Well, it's yet another crypto social network built on the DeSo blockchain, but this time it's more like OnlyFans plus Patreon in terms of its feature set. So if you're a creator, you should be super excited about this, as Focus will pay out thousands of dollars to us every week. They call it post to earn, and the top creators will get Focus tokens on a weekly basis. Now, those tokens will have a lockup investing period, but so do the airdrop tokens, so it's fair for everyone. And more broadly speaking, Focus will have a bunch of new ways for creators to monetize, like you can do on-chain subscriptions, pay DMs, unlockable content, and even creator coins. Personally, I'm most excited about creator coins, as I believe that aligns our incentives like never before. All of y'all in our audience can invest in our success early on, while we get a percentage cut of the fee every time someone trades our coin. So it's a win-win scenario in my eyes, and I can't wait to try that out on that part of the app. Next, we have reason number 9, the fact that Focus is set up for success. Usually it's hard to get people to join a new social network when there's no one on there to begin with, but DeSo has solved that problem for Focus in a brilliant manner. They call it their social airdrop mechanism, and basically, you get Focus tokens proportional to your influence on other social networks. So, for example, if Elon Musk joined, he'd get a massive $100,000 airdrop because he has millions of followers. But this airdrop works for all sorts of platforms like TikTok, YouTube, X, Instagram, Twitch, you name it. So I for sure will be signing up for that. And you should too, even if you don't have a large following, because another way you can earn tokens is by referring other creators. Anyone that you refer, you get a 5% cut of the fees they generate for perpetuity, which is amazing. Now, I know that some of y'all may be thinking, who even cares about this token? It's just gonna get dumped into oblivion. Well, I'm not really worried about that because A, there's going to be a floor bid placed every time someone wants to cash out their initial purchase. And B, Focus is going to be a completely fair launch with no VC early buys or free tokens given out. So that makes it less likely that any manipulation is going to happen, as everyone will be able to buy it at the same time. Next, we have reason number 10, the stellar tokenomics of both DeSo and Focus. So as for Focus, it's going to be a fair launch, like I said, but also 100% of the fees that the app generates will go back to the holders of the token, which is amazing. And then they'll have a buy and burn mechanism that will make Focus deflationary, which is doubly amazing. Now, as for DeSo, one new thing about their tokenomics is that the Revolution proof-of-stake algorithm is going to make their token deflationary. And add that to the fact that it has a limited token supply with 97% already circulating, no future unlocks, and no entity holding more than 5% of the total supply, well, that makes DeSo's tokenomics quite impressive. Anyhow, I've just shared with you 10 reasons why DeSo will dominate in 2024, one of which is their Focus app and Airdrop that you should definitely check out. If you head over to focus.xyz and reserve tokens, you'll get a 90% bonus. But the time is running out, so you need to act quickly on that. Just go check them out using my links below.